Hey, all right. I was putting the stuff to record. That way, if you guys afterwards can go watch it on YouTube, because I do post them on YouTube after it. Glad you're caught that. Yeah, I do post them on YouTube after the live, just in case you weren't able to join the live and you missed your question. So, all right. So let me take this down. All right, I'm gonna have to pause the music just because of copyright issues. All right, let me put that to the side. What state are you in? I am in Arizona. I live in Arizona right now. Jeanette, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Hey, saludos, mommy of two princesses. What's up, girl? ¿Cómo estás? All right, again, as soon as I get into the questions, I don't mean to ignore your guys' comments. I'm just trying to stay locked in, okay? All right, so let's get into this. First question. How do I get over a betrayal of my husband going to a strip club? It's not about the strip club. It's about the way he went about it by not telling me and knowing for hours about going. And I've never had an issue with him going. I think maybe he wasn't even at the strip club, to be 100% honest, because if he's told you before that he was going to go to the strip club, why wouldn't he just tell you again? You know, and him having to sneak away to go to the strip club is already a red flag. Okay, having to lie to you or not even tell you about going to there, it's already. I think it's a red flag already going there if you're in a relationship. Like, I'm not the type that goes to those just because it's not my thing. You know, every now and then maybe I'll go and support single baby mamas. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go. I'm just joking. I've been to two of them in my life, and they were just not for me just because why spend all that money on a girl that you're not going to be able to take home? So why not just invest that money into your girl or into a girl that you have more more chances of hooking up with, if that makes sense. So, but definitely a red flag if he lied to you about not going. Because if he's told you in the past before and this time he didn't tell you, I think there's something else going on. You know, maybe a little side. I'm just saying, not saying he is, but I'm just saying. Could be something like that. Let me actually move the phone out the way. All right, let's get into the next question. I'm very open to trying different things when it comes to S, but due to this, I'm struggling with finding someone that can match my kinkiness and starting to get to be boring. What do I do? Doing different things comes to see, and that's the difficult part because you don't know who's gonna match that energy. And I'm not saying hook up with him right away. I'm just saying when you do start being intimate with somebody and you're not really liking it, you know, maybe this person isn't for you, because unless you're willing to coach them and show them like what you like, the different kinks and stuff, they're not gonna get better. You know what I mean? They're not gonna get better because they have you ever seen these people? Like, I got in the questions all the time where they're like, oh, like, my man was in the vanilla in the beginning. 5 years later, he's still vanilla. That's because you guys didn't show him. You guys didn't teach them. Didn't show him what you liked, and you just got comfortable for vanilla S. So, and a guy can even tell you that, hey, like, I'm super freaky, but then when you actually hook up with them, you're like, you're not that freaky. They're super vanilla. So again, it all comes with a little bit of faith, and there's no real way of telling, unless he had like a whole room full of like kinky stuff, then maybe he's a little bit more on the kinky side if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, hey, Poppy, how are you? What's up, Bell's Beauty? ¿Cómo estás? What did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot, girl. Missed a lot. So true, but communication is key too. Yeah, also communicate with your partner in the very beginning too. Like, if you're with somebody, hey, like, this is what I need. Because also in the beginning, that's when they're more likely to change. Because if you wait like 5 years down the road, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, they're going to be like, yo, like, you were fine with mediocre S and now you want me to spice it up. So definitely communicate that in the beginning. All right, hold on. All right, next question. My boyfriend of 5 years cheated on me and we broke up a few months ago. He moved someone in immediately. His brother asked if I was DTF. I said yes, but I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I should do it, girl. Not the brother. Not the brother. And if he moved in somebody right away, what's up, Lexi? ¿Cómo estás? If he moved in somebody right away, he probably was talking to that person before you guys separated. Because let's be honest, like you're not gonna meet somebody and then all of a sudden they dip out, or like you dip out and then they move somebody in right away, or they get with somebody else right away. They were probably talking to that person before you guys had officially separated. Now, the brother obviously doesn't give a fuck about his own brother because he was just like, hey, you down to F when you were with homeboy for like 5 years. That's what I'm saying. It always be the ones closest to you. It always be the closest to you. So would you do it? You asked if you should do it. I would say no, because that's just gonna cause a bunch of drama. It's gonna cause a bunch of drama with her or like him, the brother, the family. They're all gonna be like, this is a home wrecker. Like, yeah, no, just cut the whole family off, girl. There's plenty of other guys out there. You don't need to stay in the same whatever. You know what I mean? The same circle. Ohana, ¿cómo estás? Especially 5 years. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. 5 years and like. You know that brother was itching to send you that message. He was waiting for you guys to break up, to be like, yo, you down to F? No, girl, I would say absolutely avoid that situation at all costs, okay? All right, next question. I just turned 26 and I'm embarrassed about the fact that I'm still a virgin. I guess it's a fear about giving it to someone who is going to hurt me and not value my heart and feelings. What should I do? Please give me your advice. Thank you. There's nothing wrong with waiting. You know, if you're 26 years old and still a virgin, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, and whoever you get with should respect that too. But nowadays, I'm telling you how it is right now. Nowadays, most people want to hook up before they even get married. I don't know if you're waiting to get married, but most people want to hook up before even getting married. And if you don't do that, then usually that's a deal breaker. There's this girl that I remember she was posting on social media saying that she was taking a break from people. And I guess guys, when she would tell them that she was not hooking up with guys or, you know, she was being celibate, it turned them away. So, but anyways, like if you're waiting for that right person, there's gonna be that right person out there, right? But it just depends. Like, when are you gonna wait for marriage? But now you got to find somebody who's willing to wait to hook up or be intimate with you until marriage. But again, I'm sure there's somebody out there. Okay, I'm not saying don't lose faith out there. Have faith, absolutely. There's always somebody for someone. But let's not be in a hurry to find them. 26 years old, girl, you're fine. Now, what I'll just say this. You're missing out on some amazing feelings. I'll tell you that right now. All right, next question. Ole, so I recently started getting curious about eating up my friends with benefits booty since I keep hearing guys like it. So after a few months, he let me and he moaned. He said it tickled and it didn't let me keep going. LOL. I feel like he liked it, but because he got manly, he got embarrassed. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not for me. You know what I mean? Like, I would never let a girl around that area or, you know, lick, tickle, whatever the case. Now, if that were to happen, karate chop to the forehead. Maybe he did it just because he wanted to see if you if he was into it. Because again, I always say, if you haven't tried something, try it, and if it's not for you, then it's not for you. Maybe he let you try it, found out, hey, like, this really isn't my thing. I don't feel like, maybe I feel a little bit like maybe he's a dominant person and doesn't feel that, you know, he feels like he's being submissive now. But again, see, the first, it's because the thing is, what I picture is like legs in the air, like the missionary position, legs in the air, your legs on her shoulders. Like, that's not manly to me, okay? Or like if he gets on all fours, you know, and then you're eating the groceries from behind, he's looking back at you like, you know, like, nice job, right? Or I don't know what you do. I would never be able to be put in that position. I'll tell you that right now, okay? You're not putting me on all fours like that. Absolutely not. You know, or I don't know. There's just a lot of things. But who knows? Maybe he did like it. I mean, there are some guys, I'll tell you this right now, just based off these TikToks that I've done. There are guys out here who do like it, who do enjoy it, and are not afraid to say it, you know. But then also some guys again feel like it's a little like not manly, and they don't do it, and that's fine. Jason, what's good, bro? How are you? Shout out to the Izzies, Jason. Funny stuff. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he's gonna be at Backstreet Boys. That way we can sing our asses off. Okay. I want to eat your bun length hot dog smothered in underwear. I've got sheesh. Oh, Hannah, she's over here. I see you, girl. She's trying to get her cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. All right, next question. I've been with a man for most 7 years. It's been 4 years. We have not had S. What? 4 years? It's been 4 years. We have not had S, and I asked him why we don't have S no more. He's using his health issues for why he can't have S. Should I believe that, or is he not attracted to me, or no more? There's something going on there. It's either it's not working. He's got a disability. It's a little Mr. Limpy. He has somebody else. Because 4 years is 4 years too long. I'll tell you that right now. Because again, like, I don't know, just because there's a lot of different things. If you communicated with him, told him, hey, I need this, and he's like, oh, it's my health. Well, what's the health issue? Like, huh? Like, tell me, whatever the health issue is, I'm sure, because I've seen people who are like getting treatments, getting all sorts of stuff, and still being intimate. So what is his excuse? Like, what's the health issue? That's what I want to know. Because unless it's like he's on the bed and he can't absolutely move, I'm pretty sure he can still get it hard. So I'm thinking he's either getting it from somebody else, or he's just not into you anymore, or he just has his disability, because some guys get comfortable and they don't want to do it. Like, that's what I don't understand there. Some guys don't have the drive to do it anymore, and they're comfortable not doing it. Like, and I don't understand it. Again, I don't understand it, because you gotta have it. I'm just saying. And we're only here for a short amount of time, so why not? He has a sneaky link for sure, or he caught something from a sneaky link. That too. He probably caught something. Like, he either has a sneaky link, like I said, he's cheating, or he caught something and he's afraid. But I don't think it's so much the catching something, because most guys, if they catch something, they're still throwing it. Like, they're still sliding it in other people. Like, let's be honest. That's why a lot of shit starts spreading, because of that. Okay? So I would say, if you had these conversations with this person, offered to do counseling, therapy, and all sorts of stuff, and it doesn't work, I would say, hey, like, maybe it's time to move on from this person, because 4 years and you haven't been intimate with this person, and you guys been together 7. How much longer are you gonna wait? There was the one, she went 20 years without being intimate. 20 years, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna wait 20 years to be intimate, or even more? Like, that's a long time. Ohana, oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday, Ohana. Like, I hope you get them cheeks, like crazy. Okay, but shout out to Ohana. She's always jumping in the lives. I appreciate you, girl. Happy birthday. Hopefully your birthday is amazing. You get them cheeks clapped, you get macaroni noises, all sorts of stuff. You get your hair pulled, girl. I hope you get tore up in the bedroom. 20 years is crazy work. That's what I'm saying. There's people who go a long time without hooking up, and I don't know how much more time are you gonna wait? I would not go. That 4 years, too long. Too long. All right, next question. My best guy friend is my sneaky link. I was close to ending it with him because he wasn't satisfying me as much, but he then changed a lot, going from giving me and me on top, riding him all the time. No changing positions to him surprising me and eating the cat all the time. And I'm craving more now. Hey. Sometimes that's what it takes. You know what I mean? Switching it up a bit. And I wonder why he switched up. Was it because he was afraid of losing you as a sneaky link? Or maybe he learned something. He probably learned, like, oh shit, girls like it when you do this to them. It could be that too. But if you're having like, this is just a message to everybody that has a sneaky link or friends with benefits, because it's the same shit. If you're having issues with them, like, find a different one. Like, if they're having a hard time meeting up with you, find a different one. If they're not satisfying you, find a different one. Like, why would you guys be like having a friends with benefits with somebody who gives you mediocre as, and then you're still craving it, you know? Or why would you be with somebody who only gives it to you every now and then, you know, when there's someone out there who will give it to you all the time. So, but I'm glad he went down on you, started discovering the cat, started, figuring out the different things that, because who knows, hey, a friends with benefits or a sneaky link should be practice. Like, maybe they should be using it as practice to get better. Janet, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Thank you for the gift. She's over here trying to get them cheeks clap. I see you, girl. Sneaky links are basic, therefore don't do it. Is just find a real person. That too, but also some people, the reason they crave that intimacy, they just don't want to commit to somebody, right? Catch feelings with somebody. And then there's also sometimes, like, when people are not in the season of being in a relationship. I don't know if it's happened to you. It's happened to me. It's definitely happened to me where I went through a time where I was just like, I don't want to date anybody. Like, I just didn't want to, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just did not want to give my time and effort to nobody. I was just focusing on myself. Yeah, I went on dates and stuff. Like, I still did that, but I wasn't committing to nobody. So, and I'm sure people go through that too, because at that time I was focusing on my business, and, you know, that's when I started doing the social media and things like that. So it also depends on what time, like what season in life they are, if they're actually looking for somebody. How old are you? I am 36 years old. Birthday's coming soon. And some people were asking me for my birthday wish list. I put it on my link tree. You guys don't have to get me anything. The only thing you guys have to do is on my birthday, send me a message saying happy birthday. Okay, that's all I need, girl. That's all I need. Happy birthday. That's all I need. But people they're like, hey, like, are you gonna do a wish list? Are you gonna do a wish list? So I made one. Oh, well, I'm not saying nobody has to get me anything. If you guys really want to support your boy, go to naughtyscience.com and get something. Boom. Get yourself a little something, you know what I mean? Like, to help yourself. When's your birthday? July 12th. I'm going to Salt that night. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Salt. If you guys are in the Arizona area, definitely stop by. July 12th, Salt. At Westgate, your boy gonna be there. Come hang out with you. Come hang out with me. We're gonna have a good time. Come have a shot, drink. We're gonna have a good time. And I want to meet people on here just because, like, it's nice talking to you guys, but I also like to see people's faces. You know, like, I put a profile to a face. So if you guys are in the Arizona area, July 12th, Phoenix, Arizona, Westgate, Salt, I'm gonna be there. So definitely stop on by. Okay. So shout out to everyone that is planning on going. I'm going to take some Sucia necklaces and I'm going to give them out until I run out. I'll probably take like 10 of them. Okay. So if you guys stop by and say what's up, remind me, because my ass forgets too. Because last time someone was like, hey, can I get one of those Sucia necklaces? I was like, oh shit. Oh yeah. Mr. Silva, how you doing, bro? See, I love it when the guys jump in. Okay. I love it when the fellas are jumping in and also conversing. So, all right, next question. I smashed and I didn't go back because he talked big game before we linked up, talking about picking me up and throwing me around. Just ended up being 2 pumps and done, dude. See, it's hard to tell. You know, he talked up a big game, and he ended up being a 2-pumper. 2-pumper. Okay. Not even a 3-pumper, just 2 pumpers. And you're lucky you got 2 pumps, because there's some people out here that don't even get a pump. They finish before they even put it in. But the thing is, you don't really know, because a guy's going to talk big. It's usually the guys that have a lot of bark that aren't going to have a lot of bite, right? But then there's also people who have a big bark and the bite is just as big. But how do you know? The only way you know is, like, sometimes you just got to go for it and see what happens. And if it didn't work out, you know, and then just to save yourself some time, maybe ask him for a D pic. You know, be like, oh, like, let me see you do this with it. This is why you can gauge the size. Because the worst thing would be like, hey, I'm gonna go hook up with this dude, and it's not a desirable size for me. You know what I mean? Like, what if it's not what you're into? You know, not your flavor. So you could also do that. Okay, that way you can gauge it and then just be like, oh shit, I fuck with that. Oh shit, hey, nah, like that's a little too small for me, you know. Jewel, thank you for the gift. I see you, girl. She's over here trying to get her cheeks clapped as well. I see you, girl. Thank you. All right, next question. Well, before I move on, you just never know when hooking up with somebody. You just never know what they're working with and how their performance is gonna be. So, and at the end of it, because like I said, they can talk a big game and not back it up, but there's also people who talk a big game and then back it up. So, Jerry, what's up, girl? Over here on your burner account. I see you, girl. All right, next question. If a woman makes the first move, what should she say to get his attention, number, etc.? Or should a woman not pursue? Oh, a woman, like if you really likes a dude, there's nothing wrong with shooting your shot. I've mentioned it before. I know some people who, like girls who shot their shot with a guy. One of them is married that I know of. The other ones, of course, they got into a relationship and stuff. It works out. But then there's also the ones that are, if you shoot your shot, they're going to be like, oh, damn, she wants the D. Like, she wants this. She wants all of this because she approached me. It's really hard to tell which one you're going to get. Unless you know the dude and, like, know how he is. But don't ever be afraid to shoot your shot, because sometimes maybe that guy doesn't even realize that you're into him, or you know, and he just completely blinded. For example, I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Like when you go to the gym, you get locked in on something and you're not even paying attention to like people around. You know, back when I was in Idaho, you know, when I would lock in and people, I would look straight at somebody and not even remember looking at them, and they were like, "Hey, you're not gonna say what, you don't say what's up. You're too cool." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't remember seeing you or anything like that." So, definitely, if you want to shoot your shot, go ahead. You know, but don't tell them, "Hey, let's hang out at night." Maybe invite them to a lunch, to some coffee, something during the day. Hey, Janet, thank you for the rock. I see you for the astronaut. She about to get them cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. So definitely. All right, next question. Should we go 50-50 on first date or always let him pay? Girl, always let him pay on the first date. Always let him pay. You should not be paying. Ladies, are you guys listening? You should not be paying on the first date. Later on, if she wants to treat you to something, cool, whatever. That's fine. But on the first few dates, especially if he's the one that asked you out. If he's the one that said, like, hey, let me take you out, gorgeous, or hey, let me take you out, you know, let's go on a date, let's hang out, whatever the case, that man is paying. You know? It should not be, hey, like, let's go 50-50. You go 50-50 with friends, you know? So at that, you're just a friend at that point, right? So I would definitely not, like, I couldn't let myself let a girl pay on a first date. That's just embarrassing. That's like little kid behavior. Like, absolutely not. And fellas, if you guys I know there's fellas in here. I see your guys' name pop up when you guys get in here. Never let the girl pay for the first date. Be that man. Be that, you know, that gentleman. And especially if he asked you or you asked her to go on a date, that means, hey, I'm inviting you out. Let me take you to dinner where I'm going to pay for the meal and not expect anything in return. Again, keyword, not expect anything in return. There's too many people who want to go 50-50 and still expect something in return at the end of the night. You know, you should never go on a date expecting something at the end of the night. If the vibes take you there, then they take you there. But should you be expecting that? So again, it doesn't matter if you take her to the most finest dining whatever place. That doesn't mean like, hey, since I brought you here, this means that you owe me the cookie. No. And so if you were expecting, like, that's your fault for taking her there and then expecting the cookie and then getting mad when she doesn't want to give you the cookie, you know, because you were expecting a transaction cookie. Is that what you were saying? So no, Guys shouldn't pay on the first date, or not guys, girls, my bad, ladies, my bad. Girls shouldn't pay on the first date, you know. And then guys need to be gentlemen. Like, what happened to like opening the door for the girl? You know, here you go, you're beautiful. Compliment them, you know, and pay for the date, and not expect something in return at the end of the night. Okay, so, all right, next question. Do men ever feel regret when they cheat? Any sense of guilt or remorse? Absolutely. Absolutely. They do feel, it's not going to stop them. I'll tell you that. But it just, like afterwards, of course, they feel regret because they're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done it. It wasn't even worth it, you know? They'll say stuff like that and they'll feel stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they made that decision. It just didn't slide in on like by itself. He literally, it was a whole bunch of steps. Okay, first step, 1, unbutton it. Second step, zip down. Third step, pull them down. Fourth step, boxers 2. Fifth step, if you use a rubber knot. And then sixth step, insert. A whole ass 5 other steps before you even got there. At each one of these steps, you could have been like, nah, not doing this. Nah, not doing this. Nah, not doing this. But no. So they definitely made that choice. And of course, when you guys do something and it was the wrong choice, I'm sure you guys feel regret afterwards. You're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Like, fuck, why'd I do that? Guy's gonna feel the same way. Or if he wasn't into you at all, he's just gonna be like, whatever. But most guys are gonna feel regret, guilty about it. Because there's some guys who feel guilty about it, who actually tell their girl that what they did. You know, the guilt is so strong inside that they tell their person, hey, I cheated. You know, like we've all seen that too as well. But are they still gonna do it? Probably. Should you forgive them? Fuck no. That was a choice they made. Like I said, it took a shit ton of steps. And we didn't even count the steps of driving to the location, meeting up with the like there was plenty of times to abort mission. Abort mission so many times. And you decided to go through with it. So I don't understand how some of y'all be forgiven, y'all cheaters, okay? All right, next question. We are each other sneakingly for 4 years now. He has been with other girls. Texts are plain, but when we meet up, the talk has been getting to know each other. I've been to every place he has moved to, but never to mine. Even after 2 kids, he still looks for me. He must have feelings for I'm gonna stop you right there, girl. I'm gonna stop you right there, girl. If he really had feelings for you, he would choose you. He would choose to be in a relationship with you. Now, here's the thing. If you continue to offer the cookie and it's available and if it's there, he's going to continue to come and get it. Even if he gets in a relationship and he still wants the cookie and you let him, he's still going to come and get it. That's why you've seen some people who are married and have a side mission, or not side mission, side piece, and they continue to hook up and he doesn't leave because the side piece keeps giving it to him. He's not going to leave. You know, and like I said, if the cookie is available, he's going to continue to come and get it. Doesn't matter what you like. That's why he keeps coming back. If he actually wanted to be in a relationship with you, he would have not been with these other people. He would have been, hey, like, let's figure this out. You clearly said texts are plain, not very like engaging. You've only been to his places because he doesn't want to drive to yours. Come on, he wants you to come over, give him some, and then like you to dip out. He doesn't want to drive wherever you're at and then like be there, because then like now he's the one doing the walk of shame. So, but yeah, I don't think he has feelings for you. I think that you are available for him, and so he continues to reach out to you. All right, next question. I know how to grip the cookie, girl. Liar. Let me see. So when my friends went raw, he asked, wait, that's you? He was so shook when he asked me to stop, or he would buzz quick. I laughed and I had to concentrate on not doing it. I think he's used to it now. Honestly, I think you're lying. So if you're in Arizona, like, and you can grip this cookie, the so-called cookie, I think it's all cap. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But I think I know what you're talking about. Because girls can, like, it's hard to explain, but they can, like, tense up the muscle down there, and then obviously it feels like a little bit like a grip, like the cookie is like, I got you, you ain't leaving, bitch, I got you, bitch, you know, that type of feeling. But again, if you're in Arizona, because I think you're lying, I think it's all cap. I think you're just on here to to make up lies until I get proven otherwise. Okay. It's called a Kegel. Is that what it's called? Same thing happens. But I've heard, like, that's what I think it is. Okay. That's what I think it is. Do I think it's like some mystery magical power? Probably not. But again, only one way to find out. I've been seeing this guy for 3 months now, and I was the one that made the first move. He told me not to fall in love with him, but I did like a dumbass. I've gotten out of the relationship of 18 years. This guy made me feel so good, and the S is so good. He going back to school. Why he stopped this? What? Girl, he clearly said don't fall in love with them. He clearly said that he was just there to hook up. He clearly told you, girl, not, and what'd you go do? Went and fell in love with him. And now you're wondering why he's not giving you the time of day. Girl, he literally said, don't fall in love with me. He told you, like, basically was saying, I'm not looking for a relationship with you. And now that he's done with this, and you're just like, why isn't he not paying attention to me? Why is it, girl? He told you in the beginning. This is your fault, girl. But also, it could be more context to that. I'm just, being humorous. But that's the risk you run when you have a friends with benefits or a sneaky link, because, you can say, hey, I'm just here to hook up. He's just here to hook up too. But then low key, you're looking for somebody. You're looking to, to be with somebody. And so that's why some people end up catching feelings, because you're in the season of wanting to be with somebody, And that's why it's hard with sneaky links, friends with benefits, because it's usually somebody catches feelings, even though it may not be you, it's probably them. But in this case, it was you. And it wasn't him, because he's not looking to be in a relationship with you. He was there just to get the cat from you, the cookie. And that's all he wanted. He wanted to get your cookie, because maybe it does the whole gripping thing as well, right? And then just like, come here, bitch. Or maybe learn that, and then he'll stay. I don't know. Maybe learn that technique. Learn the all gripping cooking technique. But take this as a lesson learned that, hey, next time you have a friends with benefits or a sneaky link, if you feel like if you're getting some sort of feelings towards them, it might be time to make an exit, okay? Because you don't want that, because you're just going to hurt yourself more and more at the end of the day. So let's be honest. So, all right, next question. Seeing a guy who has been divorced for 2 years made it very clear he doesn't want a girlfriend or get married ever again. Just recently, I was out of state and he flew to where I was to take me out on a nice day and spent the night with him. Next morning, he was on the plane back home. Thoughts? He was probably so turned on that he needed oh, no. It all makes sense now. I think, again, I could be wrong. I think he went to go see if you were with another guy. Maybe his insecurity was like, you flew somewhere to meet up with another guy. So he was like, fuck, let me go out there because she's not going to be with another guy. It could be that. I'm not saying it is. I don't know. That was like my toxic brain going into toxic mode right away. But see, and this is why I say, like, friends with benefits and sneaky links are difficult, because maybe he is catching feelings, because if he was willing to fly all the way out there, just hook up and then dip out the next day, that's kind of weird. It's either he thought you were with another guy, so he went and, like, just to make sure, or maybe he was like, yeah, I think it's more that one, to be 100% honest. Like, my gut feeling is telling me that he was insecure. He probably thought you were meeting up with a guy, and so he flew all the way out there because he was just like, no, nobody hooks up with my cookie. Nobody gets my cookie. So that's what I think it is, because if he was catching feelings, why wouldn't he want to put you in a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't he be putting in that effort? Be like, hey, you're going on a trip. Let's go together. Let's take a trip. You know, or having you feel like this. Like, does he like me? Does he not like me? But if I were to put my money on it, my money would go on that he flew out there just to see if you were with another guy, because maybe he is catching feelings. And then once he saw that he wasn't with a different guy, he dipped out. Because exactly what Belle's Beauty, why wouldn't he stay for a little bit? Like, he just showed up, got some, and then dipped out. Like, that's really weird there. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I got insecurity vibes from that, like jealousy vibes, like maybe she's talking to another guy type of vibes. So, did you ever ask him why he did it? All right, next question. 35 female, married to my husband, 42 male, 10 years, never had any issues. Is it possible at our big ages, our S needs are completely different spectrums? I find myself begging, waking him up. LOL, this can't be forever, girl. Well, based off these TikToks, I've learned that girls, when they get older, women, my bad, not girls, women, when they get older, they crave it a lot more. And maybe it depends on the guy. Maybe it's opposite for the guy. Maybe they're just like, it's tiring, or maybe they're just comfortable, or they're over it, you know? Because people get comfortable, guys get comfortable, and they're just like, like, I don't need it every day, or like, because it gets boring, it gets repetitive, you know, you got to keep it spicy. But the best thing you can do is talk to your person. Communicate with them and be like, yo, like, how come we can't, like, why aren't we doing this? Like, I need it at least this much. When you said I do, you said you were going to take care of, like, every need of mine. Protect me at all costs. Till death do us apart. And guess what? I'm dying over here. It's like, I'm dying over here without it. So I would just say, communicate with your partner, and just maybe get some sort of enhancers. Like, maybe it's not working the same. Go get blood work tests. Go get some pills. Go get the honey. Go get something. Go get some toys from naughtyscience.com. Check us out too. Like, you know, enhance it with some toys, right? With some restraints. You know, we got a lot of stuff on there. So, but it's going to become a bigger and bigger problem. And like, why wouldn't you want to keep doing it? You're still young. Okay. You're still super young. You know, you don't want to be in your like 70s, 80s and be like, damn, I wish I would have gotten disrespected a lot more in the bedroom. So definitely make those changes fast and figure out if the person is going to change, because you don't want somebody who's just going to be vanilla or not give you what you're looking for. Because trust me, there's somebody out there right now that just wants to like crazy. Okay. Next question. So it's been a while since I've given a man, or I don't have anything against it, but I had a friends with benefits who tasted nasty and never really did it to anyone after. I love the power it gives me, though. Any tips or tricks? Maybe having them clean themselves down there, or something, you know, along those lines. You know, don't do it after the gym, because it might not taste the best down there. Or if you're talking about like when the mission was complete and what the liquid kids that came out didn't taste so well, I heard that comes down to the person's diet. Like, do they have a pretty good diet? Like, if they're eating just a bunch of like nasty shit, it may not come out tasting that good. You know, have them get some pineapples or something. So it's like, if you're talking about the liquid kids, they didn't taste good. Could be their diet, what they're eating, what they're putting in their body, and it's not coming out great. Or if you're talking about on the exterior, you know, have them go wash up beforehand. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, hey, clean yourself up, because it's this, like, if they took do it in a sexy way, be like, oh, like, go take a shower, and I'm gonna give you the best dome of your life, and then he's gonna be like, oh shit, for real? Let me go shower real quick. You know, but do it in a sexy way. You know, like, don't just be like, yo, shit stink, go fucking take a shower. You know what I mean? Like, then he's gonna be like, what the fuck, you know, that's more of a turn off. Shit. My fucking sandal got stuck over here. Hold on. Fruit punch works correct. And alcoholic juice is gross. Plenty of water. Yeah, see, like, I think it has a lot to do with the diet. That's if it's the liquid kids. If it's the liquid kids that are bad, tasting bad, it's the more of the diet, right? But the outside, just make sure they're showering too. You know, like, hopefully they're, you know, getting constantly showering. So, all right, or shower with them. Somebody said here, or shower with them. Be like, let's get in the shower, girl, or let's get in the shower, daddy, or something like that, right? Me and a friends with benefits used to kiss a lot when we first started out. Now we hook up, no kissing. The S is still great, but not as passionate as before. Would like to start kissing again, but even after years, I am shy. Girl, you're there to hook up. You're there to fulfill a need, and if your kissing is required, because yes, kissing does make it more passionate. If kissing is required, tell him. Or you kiss him. Like, why are you waiting for him to kiss you? Because, like I said, I love to kiss when being intimate because it just intensifies the whole, like, experience. And not kissing is just weird. Like, to me, it's just weird. It just sounds weird. I've never done it, but no kissing just sounds weird. You know, it sounds like awkward. Because there's times, like, where you're doing certain things and you want to kiss the person, right? Like, that's why I find it weird. Like, make out with the person, you're going down on them, and then you get all of them protein juices, all the, you know, from her, and then you give her a deep kiss, and then you go back, you know, like, stuff like that. Like, you can't do stuff like that without kissing. So again, that's why if it's a friends with benefits or sneaky link, just tell them. Be like, yo, I need this. Like, or just kiss him. Like, don't wait for him. And stop being shy, girl. You guys are just there to hook up. It's not like that's your man or anything. Because I'm pretty sure if he also wanted something, hey, let's try this. Hey, I want to do this. You'd be like, okay. All right. Next question. Do guys get turned off if the girl has to ask to have S more often than they do? As I've gotten older, my S drive is so much higher, so I want it more often. I don't think it's a turn off. I think, depending on the guy, I think it's more of like, if you've been with this person for a while, they might say that you're nagging. We've all heard that. They'd be like, oh, like, this girl just nags about getting the D all the time, right? Because we talked about it a little bit earlier. When you get older, what I've seen in girls, especially doing these TikToks, that the girls have a higher S drive, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now it's the duty of the guy to also match that S drive, because why not? Why not have fun? Okay, instead of just not. You're especially if you have been with this person for a while, they shouldn't have to be begging you to get some. You know, or you shouldn't have to be begging them to get some. Like, they should just be wanting to do it. Like, what's going on? Is he tired of doing it? Is it boring? Add toys. You know, I know some people, like, adding toys is a game changer. Restraint is a game changer. Like, doing all sorts of stuff to making it like a better experience is a game changer, and it keeps people interested. So maybe if it's been like boring, like just repetitive, the same things over and over, then maybe start including things or getting some sort of counseling to help you guys out, because it's only going to get worse and worse. Like, maybe, and that's where it starts. Maybe it's a week without doing it, then 2 weeks, and then a month, 2 months, and then all of a sudden, you know, like, you guys are doing it like every 3 months, every 4 months. You know, it just keeps prolonging more and more and more. So definitely tell them it's an issue. That should be a huge issue for everybody, because if they're not getting it with you, either they're not getting it at all, or they're trying to get it through a different source. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, okay. But yeah, like, don't be those other people who sent messages. There was 10 years, there was 15, and there was one that for 20 years. Come on now, 20 years not being intimate. Like, how much time are you gonna give this person to not disrespect you in the bedroom like that? Okay, hell no. All right, next question. If a man calls you anything else but his girlfriend, lady, does he really see you as that? When I call him babe, he looks at me like, whoa, whoa. Yet when I introduce him as my BF, he's okay with it. I don't know what game he is playing. 1 year and a half seeing each other. All right, hold on. 1 year and a half seeing each other, and you guys haven't really established titles. So what you're saying is you guys are in a placeholder, situationship, like that type of vibes. Like he gets weirded out when you call him babe, but then when you're like, this is my boyfriend, he's cool with it. To me, this is why you like, it doesn't matter what age, but you should still make clear what titles you guys have. Meaning like, all right, we're dating. You're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. You know, like this has to be established, because if you don't, if he goes out and hooks up with somebody else, he's gonna say, hey, we weren't together, so why are you getting mad, right? And his cop out is like, we're not dating. That's why like establishing titles is a must, and especially a year and a half in, girl. Like it sounds like you're in a situationship, and it could go on longer. You know, just because you've already let it go that far. Like, you guys should all have a like, hey, if we're not dating by this time, it's either like we put them on blast or we dip out. One of the two, because we're not gonna be fucking played with, you know. No, like, oh, it just he's gonna ask me soon. No, it's not that difficult. You know, like if you want to do it like a cute romantic way, or if you just want to tell them, have that conversation, it can go both ways. It's not very difficult. So definitely establish titles, because then you run into this issue, because maybe he only introduces you as a friend, not a girlfriend, you know, but he wants you to introduce him as a boyfriend because he doesn't want nobody else to have that position with you. So there's a bunch of different things. I would just say, having that conversation with him, why you guys aren't exclusive yet. You know, year and a half in, you guys should be exclusive already. All right, next question. I'm a very sexual person and I want it all the time, but my situationship hardly comes around. Why would it be cheating if I just had a side piece for that once a month? Ain't cutting it, girl. It's a sneaky link. It's a friends with benefits. If they're not cutting it, cut him off. Go find a different one. You know, like you're over here worried about this dude that only gives it to you once a month, when you could probably find somebody who's like there weekly, maybe even multiple times a week. But you're dealing with Mr. once a month. I would just say cut it off. No, it's not cheating. Because you guys aren't officially together. You guys are just there to fulfill each other. And who knows? I'm just saying, who knows? He might be getting it from somewhere else too. And you're just like an extra one that he has. He could be getting it from somebody else. And then when those don't pan out, he hits you up. Right? So you also have to like... If you consider that, like, he could be cheating on you, the way you put it. He could be cheating on you. I would just say, if you're having problems with the friends with benefits or a sneaky link, it's time to move on. Find a different one that's not gonna... It should be like, hey, what are you doing? Let's meet up. Boom, let's happen. Multiple times a week if can be, you know, or like at least once a week or something like that. But once a month? I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure he's getting it from somebody else. All right, next question. Keep me anonymous. Karma in action. My man likes to cheat recently. Hold on. I'm trying to understand. You know he's a cheater, but you're still with him. Like, that's diabolical. All right, let me get back into it. Keep me anonymous. Karma in action. My man likes to cheat. Recently caught a text message on his phone talking about how he was going to meet up with this one Home Depot, aka Home Depot chick. Well, everyone knows there's no better detective than a wife on a mission. Come to find out, it's a trans woman. Girl, hold on. I'm trying to feel sorry for you. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to empathize with you. But you know this man is a cheater. Okay? You know this man is a cheater. He's been cheating. He's a serial cheater, and you're letting him get away with it. And now you're like, oh shit, like he's getting karma right now because he's no. And her being trans, again, everybody has their, if you like it, cool, whatever, right? But I'm pretty sure he knew. I don't think it's karma. Like, I'm just putting that out there. I'm pretty sure he knew that she's trans, because most guys, you can tell. Come on now. For the most part, they can tell. Unless you spend a shit ton of money, then it's very difficult to tell. Okay, because you can do a whole bunch of surgeries. But I would just say, it's time to move on, girl. Like, are you waiting to catch something? Are you waiting to, like, how many more times are you waiting to get cheated on before you decide to leave? If you have kids, don't stay there just because they're staying for the kids. Like, no, absolutely not. But to me, the red flag was that I've seen girls who are trans. Nothing wrong with it. Whatever you want to do, cool. I'll still treat you like a human being. But let's be honest. A lot of the girls that are trans, you can tell. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm pretty sure he knew that she was trans. So take that for whatever you want. Because I'm just putting it out. Hey, howdy. Thank you, little lady. I see you, girl. Steph, she's over here trying to get her cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, girl. But I'm pretty sure he knew. I'm pretty sure he knew that was a trans. So I would just say, again, if you ask me for advice, I think it's time to leave, especially if he's cheated on you before several times, and you think, like, it's time to go, girl. I'll tell you that. It's time to go. All right, next question. My man mocks that I moan too loud. I'm confused. I thought it was a turn on to moan. What is too loud? Okay, like, I need to know what too loud is. So if you're trying to do a little bit of research, we can put a little thing that, measures how loud, the decibels and everything. We can put that on the side and we can measure it. And then we can find out if it's really loud or not, right? So we can figure this out. I'm here to help you figure this out. Help me help you, okay? So I'm going to help you with this. Let me know who you are. I got you. We'll take care of it. No, moaning is hot. And there's no such thing as too loud. Be loud. To me, the only thing was what I don't like was this girl. She was trying to sound like she was going to like she was in one of those online videos. Like, it really sounded like that. It was like she overdid it. Right? She overdid it, and it sounded like she just finished watching one of those videos, and I was just like, the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, it was overly fake. Not fake. It wasn't fake. I don't know how to explain it. It sounded like real online, like, actor-ish, if that makes sense. Because girls can be loud. There's nothing wrong with being loud and moaning. Nothing wrong with that. Girl, loud. Let's wake up the neighbors. Let's get some noise complaints. It's cool. But, like, when it sounds like it's overly, like, acted, like if they're repeating something they saw on a online video, then that's where it's a turnoff for me, right? I know it's hard to explain, but trust me, you've seen those online videos where somebody said on here, it sounds really cheesy. It sounds corny. It sounds like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, why? That's some weird fucking moaning stuff. Like, why would you say that? So there's a difference. But loudness, no. Like I said, we can set up a little thing to measure the sound, the levels and everything, and we can see if it's loud or not, So, and then we'll try to peak it out. We'll try to see, like, what's the loudest we can get it, and then we'll try to, like, what's the lowest we can get it. But we'll keep it on the high end, okay? All right, next question. After a couple months of chatting with a guy I met on a dating app, we had S. He ate the cat. He almost nutted when I stroked it. And when he put on the condom, I rode it and came literally 30 seconds SMFH. And that was it. Literally went limp afterwards. Nothing more. He was embarrassed. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I would just see, and this is what you figure out in the beginning. Like, do they last very long? Are they fulfilling you? Because if they're having issues in the beginning of the relationship or whatever it is that you guys are doing, it's not going to get better. And if he's finishing super quick, there's different things he can do. Slow it down. Stop getting overexcited. Like when he's feeling, maybe practice, going and then like stopping and then going and then like stopping. Like if he feels like it's going to finish. So again, I don't know what his issue is because again, you need more context for that. But that's something, if it's early on in the relationship and he's not fulfilling you and he's not like, it's not getting better at all, this person is not going to fulfill you that, right? Like in that department. And it's going to be a bigger problem later on. Or if you've been with this person for a while, it's difficult because is this something that you want to deal with long term? Like, I want somebody who's spicy. Like, I'm just being 100% honest. Like, if they're not spicy, I'm not here to figure out if they're going to be spicy later on. No, absolutely not. So, if that's a problem for you, like his performance in the bedroom, maybe it's time to, like I said, leave, find somebody else. But if you've been with this person for a little while and you want to like see if you can make this work, maybe getting some of those like the honey. There's like different pills that they can take to make it like enhance it, maybe make it last longer, slow down, like slow his excitement down a little bit too. And like when he's going, like I said, when he's going to finish, pull out, do something different, let the feeling go away, and then keep going. Maybe that will help. So marriage for 13 years, the just one guy, we broke up and I need it. See, she needs it, girl. She needs it. All right, next question. What should I do? I met a guy almost a year ago and we've mostly just call each other. We finally hooked up and it comes out that he's married. Oh, shit. Supposedly they aren't together, don't even live together. But unfortunately, I caught feelings. He could tell you that they're not together. He's not going to tell you we're together. If he's still married, they're still together. Because they'll tell you what you want to hear so you guys can hook up. And once he hooks up, like, you probably wouldn't have hooked up with him if he would have said, hey, I'm married, I'm just trying to cheat. You would have been like, hell no, that's not me, I ain't gonna do that, right? But if he says, hey, like, we're not together right now, we don't even live together, how do you know? Have you been to his place? Have you been over? Like, does he disappear at night when you guys aren't messaging? So I would say that he is probably not getting divorced unless you see the divorce shit happening, progress being made, but then again, I wouldn't try to avoid somebody who just is in the process of getting a divorce or says they're getting a divorce, because who knows, after they finalize the divorce, who says that they're going to stay with you? Now they're single. Now they don't have to find somebody that is going to let them cheat or convince them to cheat. They can just go out and talk to anybody now. And so now you just became a rebound. Because typically the person right after that, like a long relationship, marriage, is usually a rebound. So do you want to be the rebound? Because technically you're in the prime position to be the rebound, to be 100% honest. So I would just cut it off if I was you. Wait until he actually gets divorced to see if he's actually getting divorced. Because he could be lying. He already lied to you, like that he couldn't have told you that he was married. He lied to you about that part. Remember that. So, and what makes you think he's not going to lie to you about him being in like they're not together, or they're working out? Like, of course he's not going to be like, yeah, we're working it out, but can I get the cookie in the meantime? You're going to be like, fuck no. All right, next question. Finally hooked up with someone after talking for months and their package was a letdown. He never hyped himself up, but he would say he had many hookups. Don't get me wrong, the moves were 100%. However, it was too small. He finished, I didn't. He said he put in the work. Well, did you lie to him? I hope you didn't lie to him, because that's how some people get egos. Because they'll be like, how was it? And you'll be like, it was the best I ever had. And his head is, he's like, I tore that shit up. And then in your head, you're like, that was the worst I ever had. Like, I didn't finish. Like, what the fuck is going on here? No. If Sometimes you gotta be brutally honest. Be like, hey, that wasn't that. Like, it was all right. Like, I didn't even finish. Put him on the spot, because maybe next time he'll be like, nah, I gotta figure out how to make her finish first before I do. And then he had to brag about it. See, that's what I'm saying. I hope you didn't lie to him. I hope you didn't be like, yeah, this shit was amazing. You destroyed me. I couldn't even walk the next day. You got to be honest. And if it's not for you, then just keep it moving. Like you said, it was too small. Keep it moving, girl. It is not going to grow. I'll tell you that. Spoiler alert, not going to grow. Tell you that right now. It's not going to grow. All right, we're going to do one more. I was with my ex for 8 years. We split up 2 years ago because he cheated on me with his now fiance. Why does he hit me up knowing that he's engaged? We have children together. P.S. He says he doesn't come close to comparing to how I was in bed. Girl, he's trying to have her and you. That's what he's doing. He's trying to have the both of you. So of course he's going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to be like, girl, you're the best I ever had. I miss you so much. And since you guys already had a connection before, some feelings there, he's hoping that those feelings are kind of going to reignite to the point where you let him get the cat. And then guess what? He's going to be with you and he's going to be with the fiance. He's going to get married. And if the cookie's still available, then guess what? He's still going to come and get it. I'll tell you that right now. That's why they keep when they get married and they have their mistress on the side. As long as you keep giving it up to him, he's gonna keep going to get it. And why does he keep coming back? Because you give it to him. And this is what's going on here, is that he's trying to get you to give it to him because it's comfortable. You guys know each other. You guys have done this before. Is he gonna leave the fiance for you? Probably not. It's high chances he's not gonna leave her for you. Because if he was, he would have left her already, called off the engagement, whatever, and then been like, I'm going to go get back with her because I really like you. If you're the best he ever had, then guess what? Why isn't he with you? But he's with her, planning to get married with her, not you. You see how it doesn't make sense? But like I said, as long as it's there, they're going to keep going back to get it. They're going to keep going back to get it. All right, we're going to do one more. All right, let me see. What's up, what's up with the love bombing? I agreed to hook up with this guy and we usually talk cool, but the day I agreed to meeting him, he started calling me baby and stuff, and he even called me drunk saying he loves me. I told him no need for that when we just going to hook up. The next day he said, let's not about it. He probably said, let's not talk about it. Definitely the love bombing in the beginning is a red flag because that's how some people get you. That's how some people get you, is that they'll love bomb you and then or they'll be like, they'll make you feel like you're the one, like this and that, and then all of a sudden guess what? They just cut it off, or they completely turn into somebody bad, like a narcissist, right? If they're telling you I love you in the very beginning like that drunk, I would say it's a huge red flag, because why? Why? And like, again, it's usually the people who are in the very beginning, the greatest ever. Like, I love you. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Like, and treat you like this. Do all sorts of stuff for you. In the very beginning, 1 week in, even telling you I love you. 2 weeks in, we should be together. Will you be my girlfriend? No, you got to be careful all of that love bombing in the beginning, because that's how some people get you. They'll turn, they'll love bomb you, and then all of a sudden they just completely flip on you. And then you're like, what the fuck happened? What happened to this amazing guy that I was with, amazing girl that I was with? And now, like, shit is just different now. And then you're waiting for them to change back to how they used to be, and waiting, and it never comes. Because that's happened to a friend. I also had her on a podcast a while back ago. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if I can have her back on. But she started convincing herself that it was her fault, that he was treating her bad because she wasn't behaving, she wasn't doing what she needed to do, and things like that. So that's what happens. So love bombing in the beginning, definitely a red flag. So I would just take that cautiously. Okay. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for jumping on. I am going to put this entire live back on YouTube when I do the questions. I still got a shit ton of questions. So next week's live, we're also going to be answering questions, or on Thursday. We're going to be answering questions, and I think we'll knock them all out next on Thursday. So if you guys missed your questions, say you guys jumped in late, like I said, this is going to be up on YouTube here soon. That way you guys can go back and rewatch it. And definitely Thursday, we're going to be answering some more questions. And if you guys want to participate in these lives where I answer the questions for you guys, every month I do the anonymous question thing. And then you can ask your question there. I always post it on IG. I never do it on TikTok because it doesn't let me link anything. So if you guys want to participate, definitely follow me on IG. Link is in the bio. I'll try to do I've been trying to do more bonus lives for you guys, but I usually do the bonus lives on TikTok just because it's just like a lot easier because I do it off the phone. So, but anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys on Thursday and maybe some bonus lives on TikTok. So, all right, I will see you guys later.